Sure, I really do support innocent until proven guilty, and I guess, people might be feeling that this premise has been changing over the last, let's say since the 90s, since John Ramsey complained that it didn't seem to be the case in America anymore, where everyone was given the benefit of the doubt. And I'm definitely all for keeping an open mind, okay? When it comes to the case of the missing young boys from Cal City, their names being Orrin and Orson West, so they're the adopted children of Jacqueline and Trezell West, who have two biological children, and they have been foster parents to other children, perhaps some older children, because they used to go and smoke pot at another family's home. So I don't think it might have been the foster children that they had with them at the time of the disappearance of these younger boys. And who's to say I don't sometimes just be contrary, because, I do play devil's advocate, but it's usually maybe when I feel it's necessary, and it's certainly not just to take an opposing view for the sake of being that person and for whatever that can bring me. I think with regards to this, okay, what really stops me from being able to even want to develop any sort of sense of support or compassion for Jacqueline and Trezell, well, mainly Trezell, it is to do with part of the upbringing of these children, okay? So it's not the hearsay about unhappy and hungry children that we might have heard about from the relatives, even though final pictures from months ago seem to show some pretty low energy, unhappy, possibly undernourished children. No, it's not that, and it's not because of the really uncomfortable presentation of Trezell and Jacqueline, and how, all your little alarm bells go off if you're any sort of, regular person. And it's not to do with, even the dog search, and the dogs not being able to find a scent of these young children outside their home. They were there for 3 months. I know scent, maybe it doesn't hang around forever, but I simply can't believe that there were these children, young children there playing outside, and they just didn't leave a scent. I don't even believe any of the children that have been in these people's care have had a happy life, that they've had any sort of carefree existence or play. These children, to me, this is just what I get from looking in on the little snow globe of Cal City and Bakersfield with the Wests inside it. I get just this very overwhelming sense of just sadness, this feeling of lack, this feeling of just rejection, of nothingness, in terms of there is no feeling of joy celebration of the lives of these boys as they move through life. You know, in Bakersfield, did neighbours see balloons go up because they're having a birthday party for any of these 6 children? Were any children in the neighbourhood invited to play or to celebrate a birthday with any of these children? On social media, okay, they might have shut it down and they might be saying, well, we can't show you photos because, you know, our phones were taken. Well, I'm sorry, but there would be so many photos around of 6 children. What about a photo that you've got on your mantelpiece that celebrates the happy day that you adopted these very young children, Orrin and Orson? I'm sure wouldn't there be a framed photo? And there's older children. Wouldn't there be their school photos? I'm betting that police went into the home and immediately they want these people to do a lie detector test. Why? They can see that there is no sign that this is a warm, welcoming home where these children are comfortable, cared for, interacted with, valued in any way whatsoever. I would say that they found a very cold, inhospitable environment where there is no joy, no lightness of being nothing. These children are not celebrated. Where are the birthday photos? Surely, even if your phone has been taken, there's a birthday photo that you carry in your wallet, maybe of all 6 children, or photos that have been emailed places or saved on your Google Drive or wherever that you could show. There would be hundreds, if not thousands of them. And they would show celebrations like, you know, the older children, their first day of school, when they got a certificate at school, something they did for a sports day. And then what about the foster children? What about a photo when they joined the family to be fostered and to be celebrated that they were together now in some warmth and safety? What about when, Orrin and West, you know, what about when Jackie and Trezell said, oh, this is such a joy to have these new boys. There are so many things that now they can experience because we care. We love them and we are going to nurture them and educate them in life. And we are going to take them to the zoo. Let's take them to the zoo. Where's a photo of them standing in front of a cage of, you know, lions, or where they went to some sort of fun park in summer, you know, a water park? Or where is a photo of them, not maybe if it wasn't this Christmas because they didn't get to do it, maybe the Christmas before where they said, this is fantastic, how much fun to celebrate Christmas with our newly formed, solidified family. We can get a picture with Santa. Their social media, their email accounts, everything would be saturated with photos showing them with their arms around these boys, with them sitting on their knees, with them playing with the other children. I don't give a fuck how cold it is in Cal City. You were only there for 3 months, and how long did you have these children? We haven't seen any proof that Jacqueline and Trezell West had Orrin and Orson with them for months, for bloody months. You know, fuck innocent until proven guilty. When you were talking about these young vulnerable children that it should be very easy to show proof of life for right up until the day that you reported them missing. What about when you have taken them to the doctor for a checkup or taken them to Target? Where are the shopping dockets that show you buying 4-year-old underwear, socks, t-shirt? What about buying them a warm jumper for Christmas time because that's winter time in Cal City? What about, you know, where you've bought them clothing, a nice woolly hat, because you've just adopted these children. You haven't always had children close in their age, perhaps, for foster children and your own children. You know, are you just giving them only hand-me-downs? You didn't feel like spoiling these new children of yours with maybe one new outfit, one pair of shoes that fits them well? You know, come on. Come on, there's a time and place for devil's advocate. There's a time and place. And any sane person can see that it isn't now. It is not now, because something is rotten in Cal City, okay? And just to any person, any observer, okay, you can tell, okay, sure, kids, they could have wandered out that far side of the gate. Where was this running around in both of those empty lots, either side of the house? Who knocked on a neighbor's door? Did a single person knock on a neighbor's door? Not one person? No, they didn't, did they? It's not useful here, because children need advocates more than anybody else in this world. And it is too easy for children to be placed into neglectful, abusive homes. What is going on with social services where they are dropping the ball so many times? And when do they ever get held accountable? When? There is zero accountability. We must stop. There has to be a better way, okay? Just as this is just obviously just my personal opinion. I don't like to leap onto things, but sometimes. But when I do you know what? It's because I'm sure, or you know, I'm happy to have my mind changed 100%. But if I'm going with my gut, I know what it's telling me. I don't think those boys left Bakersfield, and if they did, you know, there's somewhere like Central Park that needs to be checked thoroughly. As I said, that was the way that Trezell did not drive. You know, sure, these boys could have wandered off, but I actually feel like the neighbour's camera, if they had left at any part onto the sidewalk, they would have seen them. And I'm not sure that those lots look like the kids could have gotten out over any back fences. They could have been abducted. There's not a lot of traffic in that little home area, because it's not like that it's through traffic. It seems to be the type of traffic that come in there because they live in these streets. So, you know, of course, there's always the possibility of a predator, but I feel like the predators were the people that are supposed to be giving care to these children. It's not normal not to have photos of children. And okay, you can make all the excuses in the world that they were only on your phone. No one's photos is only on their phone. You have at some point, maybe you've emailed them, you've saved them onto somewhere, you know. Birthday photos get sent out. And even if it's not Orrin and Orson's birthday, you know, another of those children, there would be group photos. Look, here they are. We look happy, don't we? Someone's having a cake. I reckon none of those kids ever had a cake, had a happy birthday, had a story read to them, had a kind word. It just seems like, where is the love? It's not there. Just saying.